I think we should be live.
I'm looking at it, and right now, yeah. But if we say that we're live, then we're live. Oh, that. Okay, so that's great. We are live officially. Officially, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another fine edition of. Are we doing a Sparky's Tech Corner? Are we doing a recaffeinated? Whatever this. It's a dumb fucking shit show. But wow. There's been a lot of weird drama that has happened in the past few days. Going over Christmas and shit like that. So, and unfortunately, it has been found out that a certain co-host that Sparky has. And
I think it'd probably be better if it just came from me. So.
Cool.
Okay.
How did we get here?
Well, before we get how we got here, just pretty much want to put this on front. It has been found out for information dropped on Christmas Day that Tyro, Moonhopper, Tyro, and Corey, whichever alias you want to use them by, has been found to be a convicted sex predator of a 14-year-old girl back in the year of 2014. How this all started? It started with a stupid debate on Lolicon and Lolly. I believe if I remember right, I believe the origination happened in Latch Discord. Tyro posted it to my live stream and went from there. That was the first Lolicon debate. That one ended, and a secondary debate happened, a formal one, between Vlad and Tyro. That ended. And then I had a topic on a show, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before last. And it ended up getting up again. And it drew a lot of questions about his character to a lot of people. Fast forward to now, people poked around and looked. Information has been dropped, disseminated, and it looks like Tyro has been found out for this. Also, this also looks to be a repeated behavior through a couple different ways and forms. That's basically how he got to this point.
All right. So after coming up to and getting all this information, being barraged by people on that, my core question is, why did you take so long to conclude?
That is a stupid that is a stupid answer in my book. This is a very touchy subject for me. It involves a lot of issues with sharing personal information, my own personal beliefs, the fact of me putting my faith and trust in people, and then leading to being backstabbed by them. And I already know what a certain cricket is going to say about backstabbing people. I really don't care, because the way it comes down to it, when you trust someone or a friendship and you have something as serious as what you got, especially whenever you violated probation, for a second time with me, and it makes me a patsy in the whole fucking deal. That friendship was violated before the even start of it.
Okay. So, yeah, I agree, because that does fuck up a lot of things going forward.
Yeah.
My greater question, outside of all the drama dealing with Tyro, Moonhopper, whoever he wants to fucking call himself, there's a lot of information out there in that, but that's probably going to be for something later, going forward. But from what I understand, there's a few different things that you need to cover for the most part. So the biggest question outside of the next question I'm going to give you is there anybody that you need to apologize to, like anybody specific?
There's actually several people off the top of my head that I can think of for varying different reasons. And a lot of it has to do with the way I handled this. Now, before I get into that, the way I handled it, I tried to do this as diplomatically and as logically as possible. To me, this was, we went for the information, we found out some misstatements with what had been said personally, and with information that was dropped, nothing made sense. And at the end of the day, made a call to eject Tyro from the Discord. We did ask him to leave. I honestly do not know the proper way on how to deal with a situation like this, and I've never been involved with it. And for a lot of people, it's a very easy, quick, swift decision. And for me, it's also one of those ones that it makes me feel like I am at fault when I shouldn't be. And the way I handled it was trying to be as swift, diplomatic as possible. He got ejected from the Discord on Tuesday. Not only did I come to that decision, it was damn near a unanimous decision with the mods and the co-hosts with what was going on. We ended up ejecting him, and we know it is a bad situation. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about the whole deal, and I'm not going to deny anyone that one. Tyro has been a part of the community in different ways. In a lot of different ways, he has violated that community along with what he got convicted for. So it's understandable a lot of people are wanting blood.
Yeah,
At this
but
point,
the question was
yeah.
apologies.
Yeah. I had to rashly and kick and send people from the Discord for sharing said information. One of them is Lo-Fi. And I do want to apologize for how I did that one. I do have my personal feelings with how personal information is shared. I don't like it. I don't want a part of it. I don't deal with it. So, Lo-Fi is probably the biggest one I need to apologize to on that one, because I did fumble the football on that one. And I acted too quickly on that one. And before I even had a chance to digest any of the information. So, there's that. Zell, who disseminated the information now. He was in the Discord. I have my feelings and my stances by it. I do have my own issues with Zell. After looking at everything that's happened, transpired, and actually how he handled it, he actually did really. I think out of a multitude of people, he actually did a good job.
Thanks. Is there anybody else?
There's that one. I do have to apologize to Vlad and Vlad and Doc. I don't expect any. Okay, I'm getting a message right now. It just went live for some people, and we're only talking about Lo-Fi. We've been going on for about actually 9 minutes now. We said we got such a 10-minute stream, but it's like 9 minutes. I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. I'm pretty up and on the whole thing. Thank you, Gallagher.
Yeah. This is a message to the community. So.
Yeah. So after this, you guys can have a good time just looking it over and doing anything that you want with it. For the most part, you can disseminate where you need to. I'm going to make it very sweet and easy. If there's any questions, propose them now. My final question for you: what are you
Can
going to do
I?
next?
Well,
Go
can
ahead.
I finish with the apologies?
I thought you finished the
No,
apologies. I'm sorry.
I'm so I had a message saying that people kind of lost and confused because it's like this is only the apologies, and like I said, we hit live and we went on with it because I thought we had a green light to go. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, yeah. We will.
Um, yeah, rewind once it's done, and you can go back and listen. We figured this would just be easier than doing it. Sorry, Sparky, just saw him. It's all good. Anyways, two more apologies. These are the ones off the top of my head. Vlad, I know I had my issues with Vlad before in the past, and I also know him and Tyro have been kind of going at it. It's also one of those deals beforehand. I know that the two of them were talking in my live stream before the information dropped.
Mhm.
There's a lot of confusing interactions with what happened and going forward and stuff like that. And the last one's gonna be to Doc because, good God, he has a lot of people in his ear right now. And I know I've been indecisive. I've also been trying to go through this, and I have a full time job. I can't just drop everything. I had to drop everything today and leave to deal with this because to me, it looked like things were blowing up for no reason. And it's like, this is not the direction I intended for any of this to go. So, apologies to Doc. And then generalized apology for the audience that watches me. This is gonna be at Sparky's Tech Corner in here, and I apologize for anyone who does this show with me, either the Watch Club or live. Just it's been a shit show. I've been trying to navigate this. Unfortunately, it's liquid diarrhea and it's all over the place.
No, it happens, unfortunately, for the best of us, especially when we have other commitments and that. But the final question on the board is: what are you going to be doing next? What's the plan? Do you have anything exciting? Any?
Well, what I'm gonna be doing next is basically on how I feel about the whole subject. I personally feel like I've been used in this whole deal. Um, and the way my stance is on the whole thing. And I know it's been mixed across the whole board. You have
Mhm.
people that, want to look at the guy, Tyro, and give him, okay, benefit of the doubt. Maybe this happened or maybe that happened. Maybe he got a raw deal. Maybe he did it. He's guilty no matter what. There's a lot of speculations on that one. Me, I want to, because this is a serious thing. This ain't like making a decision because someone got into fight, someone got into drama and stuff like that. This is putting a man's life out there, and you don't get a second shot at that one. So
Okay.
it's always good to try to do it right. And I basically got past the nuclear football, and I fumbled it from the end zone all the way to the end. So, and my goal right now is I'm going to correct my mistake, and I will cover this later on. Right now, this is just kind of a get this out there, but I'll cover a comprehensive timeline, get everything together. How point A started to point Z on
Mhm.
events. So just yeah, if you're here for that, I'm not gonna get that to that. This is just get out, get it done. But I feel like I've been violated by this because the simple fact of even if I want to say I give him the benefit of the doubt, he has violated parole 2 times, and that is my inline. Even if it was some sort of he got a raw deal and fucked over, but the simple fact that he violated his parole, and whenever I looked through this document, I missed this. I legitimately did not see the date down the bottom. I thought this was part of everything else. I probably misread it. It took, I know, Doc reading this like 2 or 3 different times to pinpoint and narrow this down. And he shared it with everyone. But I legitimately thought this was part of 2014. This is 2017. I did not know this. As far as I was concerned, he had the open lanes to do online shows. He wasn't restricted in that way. He could talk and stuff like that because he had to do it for his job and all that good stuff. He had no restrictions. No, I did not know his name. I did not know his actual name. I knew about him, didn't know about personal information to track information like this down. So I took him for his word, and unfortunately, taking people for the words has put me in this predicament, and I'm going to correct this myself on my end. Everyone else that's pissed off, that's got their own way of thinking about this, do what you need to. If you're pissed off at me, be pissed off at me. I'm sorry. I've handled this wrong from the beginning. I've also only had since Monday about maybe 6 or 7 hours of sleep on this. Beating my head against the wall trying to figure it out. But I feel like I've been used as an alias of crime. He uses the free speech argument. And I feel like this is how he got, because the first time he
Okay, that I'm gonna we've already covered that. So, we are going to have that portion for the timeline. Later,
okay.
this is the basic, sweet, easy, done and over.
Right.
So yeah,
Just
thank you,
in conclusion.
yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along. I'm going to read out that commentary from Gallagher, and then I think we should get the fuck out of here. Do it.
Okay.
Did you want to read it?
Yeah, it's like the only thing I got out of this whole scenario is that when somebody offends Lolly, it's fair game to call them whatever. He hurt the whole free speech shit. He did,
He did.
and
I think we both agree on that one. He did, and
yeah,
yeah,
I'm personally gonna end up reporting this on my end on the stuff that's on my channel, on both channels, and go from there.
okay. So again, sorry for anybody who came in a little bit later. This will be out there for you guys to disseminate the way how you want to. Thank you again for coming out in short notice, and I wish you guys the best of good day, good night, or whatever it is that you're having. Let's hit this fucking button and get out of here.
All right. Later, everyone.